This is the newer SL60W LED studio light. Could it rival lights 6 times more expensive like the Aputure 120D? How does it stack up in build quality and performance? What can it offer you that panel lights can't? Can you adjust for colour temperature? And the big question, is that fan just too noisy for video work? Hey, what's up guys? I'm Ben, and in this series I'm looking at what you can do to improve the quality of your media content. I'll be sharing tips on the gear and the workflow that I use to grow my new channel. I hope that you find them helpful if you're looking to improve the quality of your own videos. Hit the subscribe button below and you can join me on this journey into better YouTube videos. So before we take a look at the SL60, why do you need a studio light? Well, lighting is super important. After all, a camera is simply a device that captures light. Lights are used to shape the scene or create a mood. They help to tell a story. If it's serious, you'll want to use a darker, moodier light. If it's a happier, more upbeat video, you'll want bright and evenly lit. Good lighting also keeps your ISO down. This will result in less grainy, better quality videos. So, the SL60 is very similar to the well-known Aputure 120D, but costs around £700. For that you could buy 6 of these. But how does it stack up in terms of build quality? The newer has a lightweight aluminium casing with a nice black anodised finish. The mount and the handle feel like decent ABS type plastic, and the control knob and the switches have a nice solid feel to them. Weighing in at about 1.7 kilograms, the whole unit has a nice quality feel to it. But what about performance? Colour rendering index is a measure of how accurate the colour of an object looks when light falls on it. Some lights can emphasise certain colours in the spectrum, making your shots look unnatural. A colour rendering index of 100 would be equivalent to natural daylight, so the closer you can get to this the better. Well, the Aputure 120D has a colour rendering index of 96+, and the SL60 is 95+. That's pretty impressive. The SL60 has a brightness of 4500 lumens, which is plenty bright enough for outdoor or studio lighting, or for use with large parabolic modifiers. The controls are on the back of the unit and consist of a brightness control, a button to set the channel of the remote, and a nice display that shows the current brightness, the remote channel, and how hot the LED is getting. Talking of the remote, this also has a nice solid feel. You can turn on and off the light and adjust the brightness. If you're working on your own, don't underestimate how useful this is. Getting to the back of a light when it's up on a stand behind a large softbox just isn't helpful when you're the subject and you just want to adjust the brightness. I've tested this remote at 25 meters, which is way further than you'd ever need. One thing to note is that the colour temperature adjustment on the remote doesn't actually do anything. The light is actually fixed at 5600 Kelvin, so you won't be able to balance it with other lights of different temperatures. So what can it offer you that panel lights can't? In a word, modifiers. The Bowens mount opens you up to a world of softboxes, reflectors, lanterns, barn doors, colour gels, you name it. Your imagination is the only limiting factor. Here we have the awesome newer 48-inch parabolic softbox with double diffusion and a grid. I love this modifier for the soft shadows it produces, and I'll be reviewing this and talking about lighting setup in another video. So, the big question, is the fan just too noisy for video? Well, I'm using it right now. Have you noticed it? It's pretty quiet to be honest, especially with the light tucked away behind that massive softbox. Using a shotgun mic overhead, I haven't found it to be a problem. Some people have found it to be a touch on the noisy side though, so what do you think? If you do find it too noisy and you're handy with a screwdriver, it can be changed for an ultra quiet fan like this one from Noctura. That's something I might think about doing in the future. So, let me know what you think in the comments below and I'll try to answer any questions you have. If you found this helpful in your own journey to improve your videos, please hit like and subscribe below and join me in the next one.